The owner of my company, he just kind of signed us up for it. He liked what you guys had to offer and decided he wanted to send myself and my boss out here. I really expected like a large kind of auditorium and lots of people. The content is really all that I kind of had in mind, what I was expecting to learn. I did not expect to walk into a beautiful office space with wonderful people. Everybody here has been super fantastic. Very friendly, very accommodating. The staff would pop into the seminar every so often to check in and see if anybody needed anything. Just a very welcoming crew. My first impression of Dan, I thought that he was going to be a really great facilitator. He made a lot of statements from the beginning that really helped to set the stage for how the 2 days were going to go. And walking into it, not really having any sort of an expectation or knowing what to expect, Dan just really did a good job of laying everything out for us. Very friendly, again, also very welcoming, and really fun right out of the gate. The atmosphere with the group was not at all what I had imagined. It was a very small group setting. Everybody was very collaborative, coming together with a bunch of, other MSPs who experience a lot of the same issues that we experience. It was very eye-opening. Sometimes it's easy to get hung up in your own chaos. Everybody was willing to share failures and successes, what's working for them, what isn't. So a lot of the stuff that we learned over the last few days, some of it we can certainly take back and start implementing right away. Some of it is going to be a little bit more of a larger implementation for our staff, but we did get a lot of valuable information and a lot of stuff that we are going to take back and work on figuring out, how do we take this and start implementing it. One of them is just kind of getting an understanding of time and how technicians are entering their time. In our case, we have a lot of technicians who aren't entering their time almost as if it were live. So we learned some really great processes and how to incentivize them. And then also just making some changes to the way that we're classifying our tickets and being able to truly get down to some of the data points so we can make better decisions. Now that I've been to the Operations Summit, I think a lot of the processes and the fundamentals and basics are really going to help us make some very solid data-driven decisions once we can start to implement some of the changes. We don't necessarily want to be the biggest MSP, but we want to be the most respected. By attending this summit has allowed us to, again, get a lot of that information on how we can drill into the data that we might be missing out on. It was a very eye-opening, collaborative, fun experience with Dan as a fantastic facilitator. With this being my first experience with CharTec, it was what I would have hoped it to be. It was just overall a really great experience, and coming to California is always great. You guys made it better, so really appreciate that.